What if I told you that the job you are holding on to right now, the one you depend on every month for your bills, food, rent, and survival, was never designed to make you wealthy? What if I told you that depending on only one paycheck is not security and is actually the biggest risk to your financial freedom? Because the truth is, no matter how hard you work for someone else, you will always be building another person's dream. And if you continue relying on that single paycheck, one decision from your boss, one downturn in the economy, or one health emergency could erase everything you worked for. That is why side hustles are not just optional anymore, they are essential. Side hustles are no longer small hobbies to make coffee money. The right side hustle, executed with discipline, can be the exact bridge between where you are and the wealth, freedom, and control you desperately want over your life. Today, I am going to take you deep into the ultimate guide to side hustles that actually pay big, not surface-level tricks, not scams, not wishful thinking, but real, scalable, and profitable opportunities that can transform your income and ultimately your future. By the end of this, you will not only know what works but also understand why most people fail at side hustles while a few rise to levels they never thought possible. The first thing you need to understand is that not all side hustles are created equal. There are side hustles that trap you in endless hours of low pay, and there are side hustles that open the door to exponential growth. The difference is in leverage. If your side hustle is built on exchanging your time directly for money, like driving rideshare or delivering food, yes, you can make a bit of cash, but you will never truly scale. Because your time is limited, and once you stop working, the income disappears. On the other hand, if your side hustle is built on leverage using digital tools, platforms, and skills that allow your effort to multiply, you can create systems that generate income even when you are not actively working. That is the mindset shift. Stop thinking about side hustles as one-off tasks. Start thinking about them as assets you are building. Now, let's face a hard reality. Most people fail at side hustles not because the idea is bad, but because they treat it casually. They say they want extra income, but they give it leftover energy after a long day at work, and they quit the moment it feels uncomfortable. The truth is, the side hustles that pay big require the same seriousness you would give to your main job, sometimes even more in the beginning. But here's the reward. Once you put in that work, once you set up the systems, once you learn the skills, your side hustle can outgrow your main job completely. Imagine this. You start something today that feels small, maybe a few $100s a month, but within 2 years, it is making more than your salary. That is not a fantasy. People are doing it every day. The only difference is that they commit while others quit. So, what are these high-paying side hustles that actually have the potential to change your life? Let's break the illusions first. Filling out surveys, clicking ads, or doing mindless microtasks online will never get you rich. At best, they waste your time. At worst, they burn your motivation. Instead, you need to focus on side hustles that use one of three powerful drivers: specialized skills, scalable platforms, or assets that generate ongoing returns. For example, mastering a digital skill like copywriting, graphic design, or video editing and turning it into a freelance business can bring thousands of dollars a month. Building a digital product like an ebook, an online course, or a subscription-based community can create income that multiplies with every sale. Leveraging platforms like YouTube, TikTok, or a podcast can turn content into consistent cash flow when you combine it with ads, sponsorships, or product sales. And for those who think bigger, investing in real assets like rental properties, vending machines, or automated e-commerce stores can create true passive income once the system is set up. Notice the pattern here. Every big-paying side hustle either builds on a skill, a system, or an asset. That is where the money is. But let me be clear. None of these opportunities are overnight wins. You will not post one video and become rich. You will not write one ebook and retire. You will not flip one product and suddenly earn 6 figures. The difference between those who fail and those who succeed is consistency. Wealth is built by showing up daily, by learning from mistakes, by improving the process, and by pushing forward when the excitement fades. The reason most people never see results is because they quit long before the compound effect can kick in. Think about it like this. If you plant a seed today, you cannot expect to eat the fruit tomorrow. But if you water it, protect it, and give it time, that seed can grow into a tree that feeds you for decades. Side hustles are exactly the same. Now here's the exciting part. We are living in a time where the barriers to entry have never been lower. You don't need a huge office, massive capital, or an entire team to get started. With just a phone, an internet connection, and the discipline to learn, you can reach millions of people, sell products worldwide, or build a service-based business from your living room. Technology has leveled the playing field, but it has also increased competition. That means the winners are not those who simply try something, but those who stick with it long enough to master it. So, the ultimate guide to side hustles that pay big is not about chasing every new trend. It's about choosing one lane, one opportunity that fits your strengths, and going all in until you dominate it. If you are good with words, focus on writing and build a business around it. If you are creative visually, dive into design or content creation. If you are analytical, explore investing or digital marketing. Do not spread yourself too thin. The power comes from focus, and focus is what allows you to turn a hustle into a serious income stream. And here is the final truth you need to hear. Side hustles are not just about money. They are about control. They are about freedom. They are about building something that no boss can take away from you. Your paycheck is temporary. Your job title is temporary. But the skills you learn, the systems you build, and the assets you create will stay with you forever. That is why you cannot afford to treat side hustles like hobbies anymore. Because the world is moving fast, and the people who adapt, who take action, and who build now, will be the ones who own the future. So, if you are watching this, understand one thing clearly. The time for waiting is over. The time for excuses is over. The ultimate guide to side hustles that pay big is simple. Pick a path with leverage, commit to the process, stay consistent when others quit, and scale until your side hustle gives you the life you want. The next 5 years will pass whether you act or not. The only question is, will you still be relying on one fragile paycheck, or will you be living with the freedom of multiple income streams you built yourself? The choice is yours, and the time to start is now.